Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to run through the 1970s Kennedy half dollar, starting with the year 1971. Now, there's a reason why we're starting with 1971 and not 1970, and we'll discuss that in the video. We'll also discuss the metal content of these coins right here, as well as the values associated with each of these coins. We'll talk about some of the higher end grade coins that have sold in the 1970s Kennedy half dollar series. We'll even take a look at a 1968 to throw back and look at this part of the coin. And we'll talk about a 2007. So there's a lot of information to cover in today's video. And to top it off, we'll even talk about two foreign coins. This one right here is a 50-cent coin from Fiji. This one right here is a 50 Pingan coin from Ireland. So two 50 coins right here that we'll talk about at the very end of the video. So if you're into the foreign coins, stick around for that foreign coin showcase at the second half or toward the very end of the video. All right, now let's get back to it. The Kennedy half dollars. What a lot of people want to know with the Kennedy half dollars is their coin silver? If your coin was made in 1964, yes, it is 90% silver. If your coin was made from 1965 up until 1970, like this coin right here, yes, it is only 40% silver. If your coin's like one of the ones in the background right here, no, your coin is not silver. If your coin's like one of these 1971 to 1979, it is just 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel. Now, the reason for this, of course, is because silver is a much more expensive metal to use to produce coins, so they stopped producing Kennedy half dollars in 1970 that had silver in them. One of the quick ways you can detect if it has silver or not is by flipping it over on its side. We can see the one on the bottom right here. This is the 40% silver Kennedy half dollar. There is no copper showing through. The one on the top right here has copper showing through, so that indicates that it is not a silver coin. This one right here is a silver coin. And because it's a silver coin, and because it only has a face value of 50 cents, it's actually the one on the bottom is going to be worth more than face value. This will be worth about $2.68 based on today's current silver prices, and that's what leads to a lot of people coin roll hunting silver Kennedy half dollars. So that's why the popular channel Half Dollar Make You Holla on YouTube. That's why they're going after these coins right here, because of their silver content to them. Now, what they do with coin roll hunting is they go to the bank, they pick up a box of Kennedy half dollars, and then they sort through them very quickly to see if any of them are dated prior to 1971. But you might come across a 1971 to 1979 and want to know if there's any value to it. So that's what we'll cover. Now, I'm going to move most of these coins out of the way so we can just focus in on a few at a time. Let's line up the 73, 72, and 71, and then I will zoom in on this coin and adjust the lighting to focus in on them. So the fact that it doesn't have a mint mark to it, that doesn't mean anything special as far as the mintages of these coins go. The no mint mark indicates that it just came from the Philadelphia Mint. If your coin has a D mint mark on it right there, that indicates that it's from the Denver Mint. You also might see a S mint mark indicating that it's from the San Francisco Mint. Now, the San Francisco Mint is a good indication that your coin might be silver if it's dated 71 to 78, because those are some special coins that were made just for collectors. Those were made in both the proof and the uncirculated condition. So the proof coins will have silver in them. The uncirculated coins will not. Here's a 1973. We've got this little blue cellophane right here. That indicates that it is a uncirculated coin. It's still in the original packaging. Now, this was part of a larger set that got cut off into just be the Kennedy half dollar portion of it. But blue indicates, in this case, that it came from the Philadelphia Mint. And this coin right here, a little hard to see, but it's not, there's no silver in it. You would see the copper showing through. Now this is a mint state coin. It has not been circulated. We see very clearly the initials FG on the reverse. That's the designer, Frank Gasparolo. You might have heard me mention his name on some of my other videos. That's Frank Gasparo, the initials FG. All right, now back to the 1971s. Let's get into the mintages, and then we'll talk about the values of some of these higher grade coins. In 1971, 47.7 million of them that were made at the Philadelphia Mint, 72, 75 million, and then in 1973, the mintages actually drop off quite a bit. Excuse me, those weren't the right mintages. The 1971, the mintages on them are 155 million. Then we go to 153 million. Then 1973, there were 64 million. So we go from 155 to 153 and then drop off to 64. Now 1974, the mintages on that one. So we're going to keep running through the mintages right here. We've got 74, then we've got 76, and then I don't have a 78. Excuse me, I don't have a 77 in front of me. So the next one I've got is a 78. So for 74, 201 million. Bicentennial right here, 76, 234 million. Then 73, which is not featured here, just 43 million. And then 78, there are actually only 14 million. So despite not having a 77, the 78 is more rare than the 1977. It's important that we pause a little and look at the backside design of this coin right here, because we actually have different designs. So we flip it over. This is the 1974. This is what your standard issue coin will look like. However, in 1976, as part of the bicentennial series, they switched up the background. So the background for the bicentennial coin will be Independence Hall, which we see right here. Now, you probably noticed that we didn't mention the year 1975 because there are no half dollars that were dated 1975. We go right from 74 until 76. Interestingly, though, they started releasing these 1976s at the later end of 1975. So these started coming out in 1975 and then, of course, in 1976 as well. They might have even bled over into 1977. All right, so very high mintages on these coins right here. Then we drop off a little after the bicentennial boom, and then we've got the 78 and 79. We talked about the mintage of this one of 14 million, and then we go to 68 million. So just keep that in mind. These all have at a minimum 14 million of them that were produced. That is quite a lot, and they go all the way up into 230 million for that bicentennial coin. Those are going to be much higher than the Kennedy half dollars that are being released today. This is a 2007. The 2007 actually has a mintage of just 2.4 million. That's because starting in 2002, they were made just for collectors. They sold them directly to collectors for a premium, and they only made 3 million of them in the year 2002. And then mintages going from 2002 on till today's date are in that 2 to 3 million, some years even 1.7 million of them that were made. So these 1970s, unfortunately, aren't going to be worth too much unless you've got a very highly graded coin. Now, I do have the PCGS price guide up for 1978, which is this one right here, and it's the lowest mintage of mine. So let me tell you about the high end as far as the price goes for these. The highest grade coin that PCS has graded is a mint state 67. Now keep in mind that the scale goes all the way up into 70. So a 67 out of 70 is a very highly graded coin. PCGS, the coin grading company, has graded 38 of those, and the estimated price guide for those is $600. Now if you drop down a little to a mint state 65, those are only going to have a value of $15. So the definition of a mint state 65, that is a mint state choice. It's a uncirculated with strong mint luster, very few contact marks, excellent eye appeal, and strike is above average. Now what they mean by strike, that means how well the coin was actually hit. Now, just because your coin's uncirculated doesn't mean it's necessarily struck very well. So this coin wouldn't get that mint state condition because it is circulated. This one right here would get a mint state condition. However, it'd probably be on the lower mint state scale, like a mint state 60. Mint state 60 is defined as strictly uncirculated. However, no evidence of wear at the highest point of the coin, but an ugly coin with subdued luster, noticeable contact marks and hairlines, etc. That's probably what we're looking at right here. Now, unfortunately, the value of a mint state 60 for a 1978, that's going to be not even worth getting your coin graded. Let's see what PCGS has a price guide for 60. We got to scroll back a little bit. So a 60, they've got a price guide for a 60 of just $5, and they haven't actually graded any of the 1978s at a 60, because if your coin's only going to be worth $5, then you don't pay $20-ish to get it graded. All right, let's quickly run through these two foreign coins that I've got in front of you right here. We're running kind of long on the video. So we've got the 50 Pinyin coin. What we see on this side of the coin right here, we see the woodcock bird. This coin comes to you from Ireland. It's a standard circulating coin that was made from 1970 up until the year 2000. On the other side, we see the Irish harp and the name Ireland right there. As far as the mintage for 1978, there were 4.5 million of these that were produced. Now, the other 50-cent coin we have is this one right here, coming to you from Fiji. This coin was made from 1990 up until 2006. In the year 1992, wow, very few of these were made. There were just 280,000 of them that were produced in the year 1992. We see Queen Elizabeth on the obverse. On the reverse, we see a sailing canoe on the ocean. There are 2 crewmen, and there are some birds as well. Unfortunately, got a little wear and tear, so we don't see the birds that great, but they're located right around there. All right, everyone, that's all the info that I've got for you for today. If you're still watching at this point, please do remember to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy.